Sorry, darling.
Good morning. कति बजे थाहा छ? It's 9:15. म त नुहाइधुवाइ गरिसकेँ त। भर्खर उठेको।
कति 10 बजे बताउँछ?
तिमी आएर नुहाइधुवाइ गर्नु नि है? We'll go straight. Okay. उठा। Hi.
Bang! Welcome to every vlog. अब आज day 3, day 4. आजको वेदर चाहिँ दामी छ हैन? अनि आज चाहिँ सही हुन्छ होला। हिजो पनि हैन? डे त अति थियो, रै पनि हामी
तर हामीले इन्जोय गर्न चाहिँ बाँकी राखेन।
त्यही पनि वेल स्पेन्ड डे भयो। अब आज MCG जाँदै छौ मेलबर्न क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड। लेट्स सी है त। अब ब्रेकफास्टको लागि चाहिँ जहिले ढिलो। अब अहिले यत्रो दिन भइसक्यो बसेको जहिले ढिलो। अब 10-15 मिनेटमै मात्रै पुग्छौँ कि हामी जहिले पनि। जहिले ढिलो ल अल गुड है त ब्याङ। ल आज पनि हामी आइसकेको छौँ त्यही कन्टिनेन्टल ब्रेकफास्ट बुफेट। अन्डा ओनियन हालेको कुन हो? त्यसमा टेस्ट गरिदिउँ न त ल। अब अलिकति ससेस त छुट्टै गर्छौँ। हजुर त्यही कन्टिनेन्टल ब्रेकफास्टमा हामी लाइन लागिरहेको छ फेरि 10-20 मिनट बाँकी छ। यो चाहिँ अब फुलै रहेछ नि।
यो अहिले अब पेकमा ल्याइदिनु ल।
म त अहिले जुस खाउँछु।
के खाने?
ल खाने त्यही टोस्ट।
फ्रुट टोस्ट?
यस। यो फेमस छ अहिले। योगर्ट पनि खाने होइन है? स्ट्रबेरी $250 million वर्षमा युज हुन्छ भन होइन? चाहिँ अब अहिलेसम्म छुटेको छैन होइन? छुट्टै खोज्छ तर छुटेको छैन। चियर नै हाल्छ
है? उयो गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ।
के सानो? ठिक छ। प्रिमियमहरू पनि रहेछ नि।
बलमा लिएर आउँछु त्यो।
ग्लुटन फ्रीहरू
Thank you.
ल ब्याङ। अब हामी चाहिँ होटलबाट निस्किसक्यौँ। MCG को लागि जाँदैछौँ। अहिले चाहिँ मेलबर्न क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड यो चाहिँ मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट घुम्नु भिजिट टुरमा चाहिँ जानै पर्ने हुन्छ MCG। त्यही भएर हामी जाँदैछौँ तर पब्लिक ट्रेन पक्रेर। अब यहाँदेखि चाहिँ किन हाँसिरहेछ तिमी?
कति बजीको पुग्थ्यो भनेर नि।
ए मतलब हाँसिरहेछ भाइ के पो भइरहेको छ कि भन्नु?
11 बजीको पुग्थ्यो उड्दा 11:45 भएछ।
11:45 भएछ अनि फेरि हाम्रो फोन गरेर सोध्यौँ हामीले हामी अलिकति ढिलो आउनु मिल्छ कि मिल्दैन अर्को स्टेसनमा हालिदिन्छ भनेर भनौँ त्यही भएर झन् हामी ढिलो गरेर चाहिँ निस्क्यौँ नेक्स्ट इयर भयो नि त ढिलै अझै ढिलै हुन्छ भनेर भनेपछि अनि हामी हिँड्यौँ त्यही भएर अब यहाँदेखि हिँडेर पनि 2.5 किलोमिटर हो तर हामी ट्रेनमा जान्छौँ आउँदा चाहिँ ट्रेनमा आउने भन्ने सोचिरहेको छौँ अब लेट्स सी के हुन्छ MCG वर्थ इट हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ त्यहाँ मेलबोर्न क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड अब मेलबोर्न क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड चाहिँ वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड थियो तर अब अहिले चाहिँ इन्डियामा नरेन्द्र मोदी स्टेडियम इस्लामाबाद कि अहमदाबाद होला 150,000 क्यापेसिटी छ यसको चाहिँ 135 कि कति होला होइन क्यापेसिटी तर त्यसले 10-15,000 ज्यादा क्यापेसिटी बनाएर वर्ल्ड बिगेस्ट स्टेडियम भयो भनौँ न अहिले अहमदाबादमा यो कुरा थाहा थिएन भने पनि थाहा भयो होला क्विजमा 7 करोडमा कुन बनेका करोडपतिमा अमिताभ बच्चनले के अरे बिगेस्ट स्टेडियम कुन छ भन्यो भने नरेन्द्र मोदी स्टेडियम भनेर 7 करोड जित्न सक्नुहुन्छ है त
एक्चुअली मलाई क्रिकेटको चाहिँ के पनि आउँदैन त्यही भएर म चाहिँ गएर जे भन्छ सुनेर हेर्ने मात्रै काम हो
ल हामी फ्लिन्डर स्टेसनबाट हामी जानेछौँ है त ब्याङ अर्कै हो ल डार्लिङ टपअप गरेको छ $10 इच होइन अब म एक दिनलाई पुग्छ भनेर सोधेको $10 $2 पुग्छ भनेर सो मेरो पनि $10 इच यसकै लागि त बस्नु हुँदैन के अरे $10 युज गर्नुको लागि तिमी पनि है सेभिङको नाममा त अति हुन्छ नि यो कसैलाई
10,000 स्पेन्ड गर्नु
कसैलाई यो गिफ्ट गर्नुपर्छ क्या जाँदाखेरि
त्यही छोडिदिउँ न युज गरिहाल्छौँ होइन ओके
ल जाउँ अलराइट हामी रिचमन्ड जानुपर्ने यो रहेछ ट्रेन नेटवर्क Central.
I get it for you. Do you want Dad to give it to Phoebe?
यहाँनिर रिचमन्ड रिचमन्ड यो सर्भिस चाहिँ यो नजाने जोलिमन गयो भने चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्थ्यो तर यहाँ रिचमन्ड पुगेर चाहिँ हामी टक्क अलिकति हुन्छ
रिचमन्ड
ट्रेनहरू मेट्रो
यो मेट्रो हाम्रो सिडनीको रिचमन्ड होइन नि फेरि हाम्रो सिडनीको रिजनल रिचमन्ड
भिक्टोरियाको रिचमन्ड
भिक्टोरिया रिचमन्ड
ल अलराइट त्यसो भए अब हामी लाग्छौँ ल मेलबोर्न क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड अब यताबाट चाहिँ अब हुन्छ नि रिचमन्ड फुटबल क्लब पनि जाने रहेछ होइन अनि यता MCG गेट 5432 यो इन्स्ट्रक्सनहरू देखाइदिइरहेको छ हामीलाई गेट 2 मा जानु छ हामी चाहिँ यही हो यो रिचमन्ड ट्रेन स्टेसनदेखि चाहिँ नि बटन रोड हिँडेर चाहिँ यहाँ आयो भने यो डाइरेक्टरीले सबै देखाइन्छ हामी चाहिँ गेट 2 मा जाँदैछौँ है त ल वी गोना चेक इन देयर ल जाऊ गाइस ल MCG को गेट 3 मा हामी इन्ट्री हुँदैछौँ हैन यो गेट 5 भयो हाम्रो गेट 2 मा इन्ट्री हुनुपर्ने हो अनि त्यही हो यहाँ स्टेडियम भित्रमा चाहिँ यस्तो यस्तो छ स्ट्याचु बनाएको छ यो को रहेछ सर डोनाल्ड ब्र्याडम्यान 1908 2001 मा he was captain in 24 tests अरे 24 tests यो यो चाहिँ गेट 5 भयो हामी गेट बाहिर छौँ यो चाहिँ अस्ट्रेलिया स्पोर्ट म्युजियम हो यो चाहिँ होइन अहिले हामी भित्र स्टेडियम MCG टुर गरेर चाहिँ हामी यहाँनिर आउनेछौँ गेट 3 MCG टुर्स इन्ट्री अलराइट गेट 3 नैदेखि पनि रहेछ इन्ट्री हुनु अलराइट
Okay, the lady at the counter there, she's looking for you.
Thank you very much.
Actually, we have booked for the MCG tour and also Sport Museum, but it was for 11.
Australian Sport Museum. Thank
Sure, thank you.
यो स्टुडियो चाहिँ MCG टुरको लागि हो
MCG टुरको लागि अनि यो चाहिँ म्युजियमको लागि अहिले ब्यान्ड लगाउँछौ
ब्यान्ड होइन नि घर लानु पनि पाइन्छ
यो त हाम्रो होला नि सबैलाई
ए रहेछ
A for अमित है अनि फेरि यहाँ पनि A for अमित
अनि यो पनि लाउनु पर्यो होला नि त फेरि
यस
टुरको लागि है ल ब्याङ अब सर्टली ग्रुप बनाएर लाने रहेछ टुरमा अब हामी छिराउन लागेको छौँ
एउटै हातमा लगाइन्छ ल
थ्याङ्क यू दामी तरिकाले है लगाइयो अब है
I've sent the talk to you a bit early because the numbers were big.
ओके यस्तो टु गाइड्सहरूले चाहिँ ग्रुप बनाएर लाने रहेछ क्या तर बिजी भएको भइ गर्ने है ब्याङ
Of course, no, all good. Like I said, it's a good group of people. We good to go. That was going to be the plan.
Oh, of course.
Yes, no worries. So, Greg and I
Yeah, there's people coming in.
soon after.
Okay, welcome everybody to the Melbourne Cricket Ground and the Melbourne Cricket Club. Greg is going to be your tour guide today. He's a volunteer and a member of the Cricket Club, and he would like you to put your mobile phones to silent. You can use them on the tour to take photos, and you can take photos anywhere. Nothing else. So we're telling them that, Greg. And the other important thing is, when Greg's ready to move from one stopping spot, you must be ready to move too. We don't like to lose people on the tours. Yet we manage to.
Thanks, Pearl.
So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. Is that right? Can I count that many?
All right, welcome everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll go over here, we'll make a start over here.
Let's go
So, when we travel overseas, and the clubs include South Africa, the Cricket Club of India, Lords in the UK. So when we travel to these countries, we have a membership of these clubs. And when members of these clubs come to Melbourne, they have a membership of the Melbourne Cricket Club. I used to think the Melbourne Cricket Club jacket was bright until you get a look at the Lords jacket, and then you know what bright really is. It's called the
Blades of
McDonald's
a bar.
jacket, the bacon and eggs jacket. It's called a lot of things.
यतापट्टि क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड छ होइन अहिले त्यहाँनिर पनि लान्छ हामीलाई
लान्छ अरे ग्राउन्डमा
है यहाँनिर मजाकै देखिँदो रहेछ क्या देख्दैन होला भनेको
So those who are local to Melbourne have been to the MCG before? Yes. And those from overseas, I'm tipping not? Yeah. Okay, so at the moment we're set up for cricket. We have 7 drop-in cricket pitches. There's a video up here which is just about to restart about how we transfer the ground from cricket to football. So this video was taken at the end of the cricket season. You can see we have in what we call the nursery. The ground staff look after it in the nursery during the football season. Each pitch is about that deep and weighs 28 tonnes. So the machine will be on in a minute, just moves each pitch out on it. Work has to be done at the night because we have to close off what we call Brunton Avenue, which is a main road just over here. You'll see it has no turning circle, so it has to go right out into the road and then back in again. So there it is. So that comes in and it just hovers over each pitch one at a time. puts down massive arms, picks each pitch up individually, and moves it outside. And as you can see, it's the best remote control car going around, but absolutely no turning circle. Puts it in the nursery. The ground staff maintain it in the nursery during the football season. So what happens now is they re-prepare the base of the centre square area, and then they bring in turf. And the turf they bring in is the same as the rest of the ground. So when they're playing football, there's no difference in the sort of grass that they're playing on. It's done to protect the pitches, it's done to protect the players, because the cricket pitch can be like concrete. So if a football player hit their head on a pitch, it could do all sorts of damage. So the cricketers like to think it's done to look after the pitch. The footballers like to think it's done to look after them. It doesn't matter who's right, everybody's happy. So then they just roll it out one step at a time.
Same 45%.
And then get ready for the football season. And at the end of the football season, the opposite.
Football, rugby र अनि क्रिकेटको लागि रहेछ. क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड आइपुग्यो भने त कान्छी. वाउ, स्टेडियम. बवाल स्टेडियम छ. यहाँनिर विराट कोहलीहरू, सचिनहरू, धोनी सब खेलिसकेको छ यो ग्राउन्ड. सुपर स्टारहरू. बब्बाल स्टेडियम. म्याच पनि दामी देखिन्छ, जहीँ बसे पनि देखिने रहेछ क्या. मान्छे इचलाई देखिने रहेछ.
Alright, so 4 main stands at the MCG. We came in through the Olympic stand. Melbourne hosted the Olympic Games in 1956. We're in front of the Melbourne Cricket Club members stand. So the Melbourne Cricket Club is a club like anyone else. Anyone can join. It's the People's Club. We have 160,000 members. We have over 250,000 on the waiting list, which means at the moment the waiting list for a full membership is about 30 years. Not everyone likes Test cricket, not everyone likes T20, not everyone barracks for the same football team, so it works out. But we have a 23,000 seat member stand here for 160,000 members. They've just sort of, it works out. The next stand around is the Ponsford stand, named after Bill Ponsford, Melbourne Cricket Club captain, Victorian captain, Australian opener. Played most of his cricket with Sir Donald Bradman, and because of that is not as well known as he should be. But he was as good as any cricketer in his day. Played in the 30s, as good as anyone going around. But of course, when you're batting with Bradman, you know, you're sort of always overshadowed. But and for any other sports like rugby or soccer that might be played here. Behind that, straight above, is below the TV studio, is the coaches area. So
that's the coaches.
Coaches are next door to each other. We'll overlook the interchange bench, get a good look at what's going on. Have direct access to the change rooms without going through the crowd. The cricketers don't use either of those areas. As you can see over here on level 1, you can see some glass reflecting. That's for the it's a shared area. It's a good example of what the players
That's a score area. Display on there.
set aside for
अब यहाँ ग्राउन्डको चाहिँ सबै गाइडिङ गरिसकेपछि हामीलाई चेन्जिङ रुममा लाँदै हुन्छ हैन त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ कोले अब चेन्ज गरेको थियो हामी सेन वार्नरहरूदेखि लिएर हैन अब सेन वार्नर त अब नो मोर हैन लेजेन्ड अस्ट्रेलियाको हेरौँ सचिनहरूदेखि लिएर विराट सबैले चेन्ज गरेको चेन्जिङ रुम We gonna find the secret now. चेन्जिङ रुम जाँदैछु खेलाडीको चेन्जिङ रुम जाएर खेलाडी नै गनाउने रहेछ
है
यो चाहिँ यता रहेछ पार्किङ एरिया
खेलाडी थियो नि त
हो नि यहाँनिर जसको यो पार्किङ एरियामा चाहिँ जो प्लेयरको म्याच भएको दिन गाडी हुन्छ नि त्यसले ल्याएर पार्किङ गर्न सक्छ
ए
जस खेलाडीले मात्रै
खेलाडी
चेन्जिङ
The change rooms are identical, but we won't go into this one because the other one is set up with a bit of colour and some team decorations. Much nicer to go and visit. But the area we're standing in, very busy. Sunday today, so not as busy, but with AFL football, the ground can host 4 games of football in 4 days. If there's Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. Each team has to set the change room up the way they want it. They bring their own gear, they bring their own decorations, everything. So you can imagine how quick it has to be. The one who plays first, they've got a bit of time to set up, but then they've got to have it out, clean, in time for the next team to come in and set up. So quick turnover. Cricket not as fast, but still quite busy. So this area is full of trucks coming and bringing equipment, taking equipment away. During the game, there'll be a couple of taxis here, an ambulance for any emergencies, a couple of taxis for non-emergencies.
एकदमै busy area रहेछ है
So when the visiting teams are picked up from their hotel, the bus will come under the MCG, will drive in here and drop the players off in front of the change room. So really busy, the turnover, pick them up at the end of the day. So we'll go into this one, we'll have a look at the setup one in a little while because they're heading there now. So let's go and have a look at the visitors change room.
Let's go. ए पुरै बिजी रहेछ हैन आज है चेन्जिङ रुम
आफ्नो सिटमा साथै पाराको हुन्छ अरे
So this is traditionally the visitors change room. Up here we have the honours board for best test performances by visiting cricketer. It's just men's test at this stage. We haven't had a women's test yet, but there's some coming and we'll add the records. They're set. But this is the best performances by an international player. So this area here, media. Has anyone seen this room on TV? Here, the locals. Camera just sits up on that arm. So it's quite visible. It's not a public area, but there's media, there's TV. It's quite an open area. So set up differently for cricket, a bit more comfortable. The footballers, when they warm up, they're bumping, they're kicking, and any of this stuff just gets in the way. The cricketers don't warm up quite as enthusiastically as the footballers, so they can have a bit more comfortable furniture, and quite often there's a table tennis table or something for washouts. So just set up more comfortably for cricket, but the change rooms are identical. The room down the end, we'll go down and have a look. So this area that we're in, as I say, a lot of media, family, friends can come in through here, but it's not a public area. But this room down the end is a private area under the control of the coach.
Alright. Changing room.
So when the coach wants to talk to the team, away from the TV cameras, away from ears and eyes, they'll bring them in here, players will sit here, coach here, and they'll just shut the doors. This is where the coach tells the players how well they're going, or maybe not.
Yeah.
But they can do it behind closed doors. So the players will be here and they'll strategise up here. There's nothing very exciting up there at the moment. Looks like the property steward's been, don't forget the bags, don't forget the hotel checking. So, but this was Pakistan's room during the last test. There's a T20 game coming up on Tuesday night, so this will be the Renegades room. Set up. As we walk through, you'll see the smaller rooms. There's, as I mentioned, the family room for the partner to come down, have a coffee, play area for the kids. There's the coach's room, the medical room, the drug testing room. So we'll just walk through, and then we'll have a quick look in the other change room, which is identical, but just is a little. It's just a bit
Hey,
decorated.
interesting.
Interesting. यहाँ कोच ल्याएर त एक दुईजना पनि
प्राइभेटमा
तँलाई निकालिदिन्छु
तिमी जस्तो कोच हुन्छ र
कोच म त माया गर्छु नि कुडीलाई
Just
ऱ्याम नराम्रो खेल्ने निकालिदिन्छु भन्ने धम्की दिन्छ होला ल अल गुड ड्रग टेस्टिङहरू
Family room यहाँ
देखाउँछ के हो
Family room.
देखाउँदै होइन अब
So again, each team brings their own medical equipment.
Drug
They have their
testing.
own medical staff.
ड्रग टेस्टिङ
These rooms look like a hospital ward sometimes. But that's another thing that they bring, they set up, and then they take away. So each team again has its own thing. So when the players take it off the ground, if they can walk off or if they're stretched off, they're assessed in here. And as I said, out here there'll be
Medical.
an ambulance, or perhaps some taxis if it's not an emergency.
को यहाँनिर खेल्दा इन्जोर
So we'll go through here now.
मेडिकल रुम है
It's a media room.
मिडिया
For a photo, and you know you want it. So we just need someone to break the ice and sit up the front, have their photo taken. Any media that happens during a game happens in this room, and it's done. You can see how close it is. It's done for a reason. The coach and the captain, they don't want to leave their team for too long. They have media commitments and obligations. They want to get in, get it
खेल
done,
पछाडि
and get
कस्तो
back
के
to
खेल
people
भयो
what's
भनेर
going
चाहिँ
on.
यहाँनिर मिडिया रिपोर्टिङ हुँदो
You can
रहेछ
see how close it is to the change room. It's seconds. It's just a couple of
Media
seconds.
person in there.
Generally, the winning coach comes in first. They're in a better mood, happier to talk. All they do is they bring in their own team backdrop, own team colours, and do the media. Then the other coach. I was going to say
Let's
the
run.
losing coach, but
देखाउनु होइन इन्टरभ्यू रुमै
खतराका तर खेलाडीहरूको लागि चाहिँ होइन एभ्रिथिङ
यहाँनिर त गरे हुन्छ खेलाडीको लागि
They don't get connected with anyone.
मिडिया एरिया सब अन्डरग्राउन्ड नै सब सर्टेड आउट हुने क्या होइन सबै आउनेदेखि लिएर जाने
set the room up already. The videos will have the room just been, but they'll probably be in tomorrow, setting up tomorrow. So the rooms are identical. The coach's room down the back, the family
Identical.
room on the way through. But it's just nice to see it with a little bit of colour around the place.
यप फुटीको रहेछ मेलबर्न स्टार्स क्रिकेट सिमिलर रहेछ क्या अब यहाँनिर अब कोचको रुम हुन्छ नि त्यो अर्कै टिमको अर्कै टिमको कोचको ट्रेनर
Okay, so we're right. Let's go.
Let's go.
The viewing rooms I pointed out, the access is through that door there, so just stairs up to the cricket viewing rooms for the players. Now, I don't know about you, but I always imagine that we can test players when they come up. Not really. Very
सबै अन्डरग्राउन्ड है
purpose-built. So close to everything, two kitchens. So when the visiting team travel, the Indian team is a good example. They bring their own chefs, their own dietitians.
Oh wow.
So they have one side and their chefs and dietitians have a kitchen. The Australian team on this side and their chefs and dietitians have a kitchen. For some reason the umpires sit in the middle, not sure. But again, it's a good example of how well they get on off the ground, because when the Indian team were here, it was really quite funny. The Australian side of the dining room was empty. They'd all moved their chairs across to the Indian side and were eating the Indian food. Well, they knew they were prepared by a dietitian. They knew they were, that there wasn't anything that their dietitian wasn't going to be happy. I just think the chef was a little bit upset. He's done all this work. He's only had two people over on that side. Everyone else was packed in on that side.
Who knows the chef also may move to the
Well,
other
this is
side.
right, yeah. But just a good example, off the ground. Obviously not everyone gets on with everyone, but, they get on quite well off the ground. So we're going to walk up to the next room.
फुड पावर होइन किचन एरिया पर्सनल डाइटिसियनहरू सबै प्लेयरको ल्याउनु पाउँदो रहेछ
खेलाडीहरूले यस्तो कहिले पाउँदैन
है पर्सनल सेफ र पर्सनल डाइटिसियन
कहिले पाउँदैन
गाह्रो छ त्यो त पर्सनल नभएको तर खान्छु भन्दा पनि पाउँदैन
जे पाएन त्यही खानुपर्छ
यहाँ त पर्सनल कहाँसम्म पुगेको छ त त्यही पनि 19 कतिमा बनाएको हो पर्सनल सेफ पर्सनल ट्रेनर डाइटिसियन फिजिसियन यो फेसिलिटी है हाम्रो स्पोर्टमा उयो दिँदैन क्या प्रायोरिटी छैन यो मलाई त गाह्रो छ जिम एक्सर्साइज क्रिकेट बुली लयर सेन्ट्रल माथि है कस्तो वेल अर्गनाइज गरेको छ यहाँ पनि हिँड्दैछ लडबाट आउँदै
हिँड्नु पर्यो नि लागेको मान्छे
बाबा ए पर्सनल
This is the Bill Lowry Cricket Centre. This also
Yeah,
has
no,
the
one up.
control of Cricket Victoria. But Bill Lowry, Victorian captain, Australian captain, opening bat, has the honour of the Cricket Centre being named after him. Outside in the sunshine, which is a nice thing to say, you don't get to say that very often in Melbourne. The turf practice wickets. Same soil, same grass as the playing surfaces that they use for games. Inside we have 6 synthetic surfaces and they're different. So as a batter or a bowler, do you want to practice on a pitch that's really bouncy? Do you want to practice on a pitch that has no bounce? So you'll pick the pitch that you want to practice on. The batters don't need a bowler, we have bowling machines, that little beige coloured thing over there. On a pitch that's really bouncy, do you want to practice on a pitch that has no bounce? So you'll pick the pitch that you want to practice on. The batters don't need a bowler, we have bowling machines that sends the ball. And it doesn't mimic the bowler exactly, but if it's a plate bowler, it sends it everywhere, or if you see them afterwards. So we do it for both the Australian team and up until the Warren stand, this was the only stand that was named after a person. But playing all this cricket with Bradman, constantly just in the shadow.
Level 4 man, WH one sport. Level 4. त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ पब्लिक यो खोलेको रहेछ त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ देखिँदो रहेछ क्रिकेट प्लेयरहरूलाई हुन्छ नि खेलिरहेको त्यही देखिन्छ भनेर पनि फुड किन्न जान्छ होला क्या मान्छे
So as we go through, there's a lot of function rooms during the game, we're all busy. Well, during the week we're quite busy too. Businesses will have conferences.
इन्ट्री भयो गेट 1 रहेछ इन्ट्री
There's a few things to tonight later on.
अझै रहेछ त कति यो सबैभन्दा टप होला लेभल 4
होला साइड
So when we get up here, we're going to walk our way up the terrace to get a bit of a view of what's around here and to show why Melbourne is the sporting capital of Australia. Okay, that one over. You're never sure where that's going to go.
ट्रेन स्टेसन
फेरि सबै नजिकै देख्यो त अहिले त
लेभल 4 सेकेन्ड्री हेर्नु ए एकैचोटि लेभल 4 कतिमा जाने हुँदो रहेछ क्या त्यहाँदेखि खतरा यहाँदेखि चाहिँ मेन फोटो खिच्नु फिस सप है कस्तो भुल अर्गनाइज क्या होइन बब्बाल त्यो बेलामै होइन कस्तो ड्रेसिङ रुम चेन्जिङ रुम मिडिया रुम त्यतिखेर मिडिया पनि कमै थियो हेर न
viewers.
Ui. This is the terrace. Open area. Hey, train here is It's a Richmond train station, bro. It's a Flinders.
Melbourne being the sporting capital of Australia, we do believe that that's right. People in the state don't always agree, but this is one of the reasons. The jewel in the crown, of course, is the MCG. You can see how close we are to the centre of the city. Lots of footbridges across. You can walk through beautiful gardens, and you can walk into the city in 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, public air.
The
Public
building over here is the headquarters of Tennis Australia.
transport access
Oval
card.
Arena to the left, so that's gearing up for the Australian Open. Going to get very busy very soon. The outdoor show courts, this grey one here is show court.
यो टेरेसमा हैन ठुल्ठुलो सब्सेट उयो स्टारहरू आएर यहाँनिर यो भ्यू हेरेको छ त
There was a concert here last week. Behind the government house with the tower, beautiful gardens through there. So big outdoor Melbourne Victory and the Melbourne Rebels. And the building on this side is the headquarters of Swimming Australia. So just a real sporting entertainment precinct. The others, you can see the light towers on just over there, so that whole road is there's a bigger development in Melbourne than it's sport or entertainment. It's going to be somewhere. Public transport, there's trains and trams both sides of the MCG. There's 4 train stations within a 5-minute walk of the ground. Plenty of parking out in Yarra Park. So it just works really well. When the Australian Open
But like?
there's a big match going on at MCG or a concert, it gets pretty busy. So just some photos of getting the ground ready for the 1956 Olympics. You can see the work done. This is the new member stand being built. Gone twice over since that was done. This is where the Warren stand is at the moment. But ground level and 1 level instead of the 4 levels that it is now. And the work that was done. And this is what it looked like at the end. So even after all the work to upgrade it, it was still the only stand that had 2 levels was where the Warren stand is now. The others were 1 level, no cover. So all the upgrade work just to improve facilities. This was the first Olympics that the athletes marched in to the Olympic Games. It happened because a Melbourne schoolboy, 15, wrote to the IOC and said, with all that space in the middle of the grounds, why don't you have the athletes come in and be part of it? The IOC said, we'll trial it for Melbourne. So they gave it a try for Melbourne, and of course that 15-year-old changed the course of Olympic history. It's happened every game since. But none of this work exists anymore. Most of it's been replaced twice over. So people will ask how old the ground is. The ground has been here since 1853, but the stand's always being redone, always being upgraded. The next one scheduled for upgrade is the Warren stand. They're talking about a lot of things. They're talking about a lot of things. It's all going to come down to one thing, and that's
Money.
But they're talking about a hotel, so you can stay over there, just upgrading the facilities. And again, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of ideas, but the Warren stand is scheduled for upgrading in 2025. It's just a matter of what they do. So great view of the ground.
Wow.
You can see where we started off on the ground, just down there where the chain is, down to the change rooms.
It's a wheelchair accessible.
But great view of the ground. It's 143 metres across, 175 metres long directly in front of us. So if this was footy season, AFL season, the goalpost would be down this end. You can actually see the white marks in the ground where the goalpost will go, corresponding down there. So this is the longest aspect of the ground. As I said, down on the ground staff are out there all the time.
Whoever is promoting the concourse, I think it's
चाहिँ बबाल क्या यो हुन्छ नि यो मेन्टेन गर्नु कम्ता उयो लेबर वर्क चाहिँदैन यार धेरै लेबर वर्क होइन यो मेन्टेनेन्सको लागि पनि अति हुन्छ अब यो क्रिकेट ग्राउन्ड चाहिँ यहाँ स्टेट गभर्मेन्टले अन गर्छ अरे अनि अब त्यही हो यहाँनिर फुटबल भनेको चाहिँ यहाँनिर फेरि रग्बी हो यहाँनिर हातमा बोकेर कुद्ने रग्बी एनआरएलहरू यताउतिहरू हुन्छ त्यो र अनि क्रिकेटको लागि कन्भर्ट गर्छ त्यो अघि मैले मेसिनमा देखाएको थिएँ नि त्यो पिचहरू उखालेर लिएर गएर गर्ने त्यस्तो हुन्छ अल गुड हामी युथ छ यार स्टेडियम तर जहीँबाट पनि खेलाडीहरूलाई मजाले देखिने रहेछ होइन त्यो चाहिँ राम्रो क्या जहीँबाट पनि खेलाडीहरूलाई मजाले देख्ने क्या कसरी चाहिँ देख्छ होला यार त्यहाँ माथिदेखि पनि भन्थेँ कि तर होइन रहेछ
बनाउनु नै त्यसरी
बनाउनु नै हुन्छ नि यु क्यान एक्चुअली वाच इट ल अब हामीलाई कहाँ लान्छ र
So what we've done is we've marked the men and women's high jump records set in 1956 and 2006. Jumping higher these days, better training, they're looking after themselves better, so they're jumping higher. But I don't know, this record was set 65 odd years ago. I still reckon it's a fair effort. So long jump, the athlete just runs in and just throws himself over the bar. We started marking pole vault, but we ran out of wall. And on the ground we've marked long jump. So from where you're standing there, the men and women's long jump record for Olympic 1956 and 2006. So the athletes come in from that point, they've launched and they've landed here. There, mate, I agree with you. And down further you can see triple jump. So from that same point, they've run in, hop, step, and then they land. So whenever I bring a school group through, they've all got to have a go. So I just had a quick talk to the teacher about insurance.
हिँड्नु भने पनि कति 10
यहाँसम्म लङ जम्प भनेको 820 मिटरको लङ जम्प
It's 10 steps के
10 स्टेपको हान्डेको लङ
10 steps मेरो खुट्टाको नर्मल हिँड्दा
कत्रो मान्छे थियो होला त्यहाँदेखि यहाँ हेर लास्टकै हेर न लास्टकै लङ जम्प पनि
So there's a lot of the brands that we went to, there's a lot of around.
कत्रो हुन्छ
लङ जम्प त त्यो त पुवा थियो होला राममा कत्रो हान्डेको है यहाँसम्म ए ट्रिपल जम्प यहाँ तर यहाँभित्र चाहिँ त अर्कै भाइब्स क्या एकदम गेम हुँदा झन् कस्तो भाइब्रेन्ट हुन्छ होला फायर आगो लाग्छ होला हुन्छ होइन कसले जित्छ फायर बल हुन्छ होला अनि यस्तो इनर्जीमा जाने मारामार पनि हुन्छ नि यार आफ्नो टिमले आएर भने हुन्छ नि इनर्जी नै अर्कै लेभलको छ झन् एकैचोटि हुटिङ आउँदा कस्तो होला नेपालले कहिले खेल्ने हो यार यहाँनिर
We'll see a lot more history, a lot of old photos and paintings and memory trophies. But I mentioned the ground has been here since 1853. This is our first member stand. So the members would be sitting on the veranda just out the front watching a bit of cricket. Pretty casual. And this team out the front is Australia's first representative team to go overseas to play cricket. It was an Indigenous team. In the late 1880s they went to England to play England at the cricket. And they won.
Wow.
Unheard of. The English couldn't work out what had happened. And to be honest, I understand neither could the Australians. I mean, how did we do that? But that's Australia's first visiting team. And there's more about that later on. But that's our first member stand. And there's just some images of how the stand has changed over the years. But as we walk through now, we'll go down and we'll see a lot more history, a lot of old photos and paintings, a lot of trophies.
फर्स्ट अस्ट्रेलियन टिम रहेछ इङ्ल्यान्डमा गएर जित्यो अरे आएको रहेछ
facilities here. It's one of the best sporting libraries in the world. 126,000 books, are all relating to sport. The librarian hasn't been caught out yet. Do you have a book on? And she's always been told to say yes. To the point where she had to put a school group in the library, and one of the little kids, and it's about why this person and not that person. And it's about education. Bradman, hard to argue, that you bring a lot of young school kids through and they've never heard of him. They only know Shane Warne as a commentator. You know, you sort of, it's all, you know, you think, okay, that sort of has to sink in a little bit. And it's the same with the Indian player. They've nominated Sunil Gavaskar. So you bring the young Indian kids through. Who do you think it should be? Maybe Sachin or Cole? It looked a lot like him when he was playing. And of course Bradman said, I've never seen my son play. So he started taking an interest, started following Tendulkar's career, became a fan. And of course Tendulkar was a fan of Bradman, so Bradman's batting average, 99.94. No one's even close to it, it's just ridiculously so far in front. He was interviewed on his 90th birthday and asked if he was playing in that day and age, 1998, what did he think his average would be? And he said, oh, probably mid-70s. And then they said, is that because of the bowling or the pitches? He said, no, it's because I'm 90. There's 4 of these photos in the world. Negatives have been destroyed. Bradman and Tendulkar have signed the 4. Tendulkar has one. The Bradman family have one. The Bradman Museum have one. And we have one. So, an amazing piece of history with the world's greatest batsman and arguably the greatest batsman of the modern era. We're rapt to have it. Iconic photo. Shane Warne was also there, but didn't crack the photo, which shows you what the pecking order was. He was in the background saying, pick me, pick me. But a lot of old photos around the place now, as we go through, a lot of the members, it's not too big. Just a nice contained area. You can't see the scoreboard, but TV screens constantly show the scoreboard. You can see where we started off on the ground, just down in front of us.
So
to my left is the officials area. So again, for the cricket, that's the match referee. The official scorers, the third umpire, and we go around to the media centre. Yeah, directly opposite. But nice spot, good viewing.
स्कोरबोर्ड पनि यो चाहिँ क्लियर स्कोरबोर्ड पनि हुन्छ हैन
So we can't get into the media centre because they've got too much equipment, they don't trust me. But there's just a little window that shows you where the scoreboard is on. So just
Okay.
Family luxurious commentating room there is. Commentator.
You're going to look in the window, don't you?
Frank Grace.
I say it's like launch control of that. And on this side we've got, so for those of us who remember footy cards in document packs, we've got the original photos of every player that had a footy card done for them. So it pretty much goes right through most of level 3. So the complete set. Irreplaceable. But just another nice to have. And as I say, it's just the media centre through their TV station. We can't get in. Their equipment is too valuable. They don't trust me. So we're going to head back out this way when you've had a quick look through that window.
Control tower. The TV control tower.
TV, I know. Maybe monitor.
यो चाहिँ सब फरी प्लेयरहरूको फोटो भित्तै भरिरहेछ क्या यहाँनिर राखेको एकचोटि रियल्ली त्यो अघि सचिन तेन्दुलकरको फोटो त वलमा 4वटा मात्रै छ अरे हार्ड कपी त्यो नेगेटिभहरू पनि सब जलाइदिइसक्यो 4वटा मात्रै त्यसको प्राइस कति होला है
त्यसको प्राइस
इट्स भेरी भ्यालुएबल 4वटा मात्रै छ अरे कान्छी 4वटा एउटा चाहिँ सचिनसँग छ अरे
ए ओके
One for every football team in the competition in 1988. Amazing night. Yes, we were talking about it before. Over 90,000 people. Katy Perry performed, and I believe some people came just to see Katy Perry. And to cap it all off, the Australian team won. So we had this painting commission to celebrate that event because it's such an important piece of modern history, which over the years is just going to become an important piece of history of the ground. It's an amazing painting. It looks like a photo in many places.
So you sure it's a painting?
Yeah.
This is a painting
And the artist is a Melbourne artist, Vincent Fantuso is his name, but arguably his wife is better known, Asha Ketty, the actress. Yeah, so a bit of a talented family.
Yeah.
So Melbourne artist, but it's a magnificent painting and just such an important piece of history that's only going to mean more and more as years go by.
Yeah.
So, as I say, Rick Foundation Gallery. I mentioned the ground has been here since 1853, but the Melbourne Cricket Club itself was established in 1838.
1838 मा चाहिँ 5 जना मान्छे चाहिँ क्रिकेट खेलेको थियो अरे क्या अगाडि ग्राउन्डमा अनि 4 जनाको फोटो चाहिँ यहाँ रहेछ एकजना चाहिँ को थाहा छ अरे तर उसको इमेजै छैन अरे क्या राख्नको लागि
ए हो र मरिसक्यो अनि भन्नु म कस्तो इमेजै नभेटाएको
चाहिँ यो स्टेडियम
यिनीहरू चाहिँ क्लबको उयो अनलकी यार एकजना त यार फोटो त्यही भएर खिच्नुपर्छ भनेको यही हो फोटो त्यही भएर खिच्नुपर्छ अब यहाँनिर 5वटा अब जनाबाट स्टार्ट गरेको अब 4 जनाको मात्रै फोटो छ एकजनाको फोटै छैन त्यो किन नराखेको मान्छे थाहा छ अरे उसको फोटै छैन भनेपछि हामी त फोटो चाहिँ खिच्नुपर्ने हुन्छ होइन भोलि गएर होइन छ्यापछ्याप्ती भेटाउँछ फोटो होइन गुड रिजन फोटो खिच्ने गुड रिजन लङ रुम रहेछ होइन ड्रेस स्ट्यान्डर्ड्स मेम्बर डाइनिङ रुम एन्ड लङ रुम टेलर ज्याकेट यहाँभित्र छिर्नु चाहिँ यो यस्तो एटाहरूमा फलोइङ एटाहरूमा चाहिँ आउनु पर्यो यो लङ रुम है भिआइपिजहरूको लागि जे भन्यो त्यही छ
Around the wall we've got paintings of past MCG
Nice one.
balls from historic test matches along the wall. There's a nice little restaurant upstairs.
Nice one, eh?
Something decent to eat. Downstairs you can get tea.
This is what you get when you're VIP.
रानीको फिल्म होइन
Stand around here and chat. Or
Ferrari
sit on the
छ नजिक
couch
छैन
and watch the sunset. And I've got to say, you all just look just a bit too comfortable.
Good feeling.
Good view, good spot. Very popular room with members.
Very nice.
So during a game there'll be someone standing at either end of the long room to stop people walking backwards and forwards. At the end of an over, they'll let people cross over because you can't have your view interrupted.
Of course.
During an over.
During an over, yep. है लङ रुम बाबा हेर हुन्छ नि
Stand up.
यहाँनिर राजाहरू आएर हेर्ने भिआइपिजहरू कोही आएर हेर्ने होइन बाबा
Stand that was here before this one was built. So the sliding glass doors were preceded by these. They're bronze. When the old member stand was
Members
put down,
dining room रहेछ
they didn't know what to do with them, so they put them in storage, as you do. And then someone said we should bring them in for the club's 150th birthday in 1988. So they were cleaned up and they've been out as art pieces. But just a great history of cricket, some of the other events at the ground, football, games, Bradman Stadium, the MCG. But yeah, just beautiful. It's real iconic. And on this side we have a tapestry. It's handmade, so one stitch at a time. It took 9 people 9 months to make that tapestry. Across the top we have a history of cricket. Across the middle is the ground, and across the bottom is AFL football. We start off with the Indigenous team I mentioned upstairs. The Ashes urn. Interesting, the cricket gear hasn't changed all that much, where the football gear has changed considerably. But each one of these figures is a player who's played at the MCG in a pose that they're known for. Shane Warne is just sort of down the end, one of the last ones up there. I'm not sure if you remember Merv Hughes' famous warm-up in front of A13. When he started stretching, 8,000 people behind him did the same thing. Just one of those moments. Dean Jones was the first player to bat under lights at the MCG.
So which one of you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't make it. I'm in the next one. So we saw the photo of 1895. This is what the ground looked like in the 1930s. So Bill Ponsford and Don Bradman out front. The American flag is there because during World War II, the US Army used the MCG as an army base. The ground was covered in tents for the soldiers, and the officers used the facilities as a command centre. A bit more further on the Olympic flag, so we've got Ron Clark with the torch, and Betty Cuthbert and Shirley Strickland, two of Australia's greatest here. The gentleman in the grey suit is Dr. Billy Graham, and he's an American evangelist. Now he's up there because he holds the record for the biggest crowd at the MCG. So in 1959, 129,000 people came to hear him speak one night. So remember the photo we saw upstairs of what the work that was done for the Olympics? That was 1956. So this was 3 years after, so there was nothing like that.
World War
129,000 people. I think the October safety rules.
World War मा US मिलिटरीहरु आएर यहाँ बेस बनाएको रहेछ क्या
But he's up there for the biggest crowd.
त्यही भएर
So Dean Jones, first photo done in the light. And the photo I showed you of 1895, the member stand had a clock in there. That's the clock up there. It's the oldest piece of memorabilia history that the MCC had. It still works, and that was from the first member stand. From before that 1895 photo, it was on the. You can't see the representation, but on that drawing where the Indigenous team had the front. Still works. Members have access to the pub 7 days a week. There's not much going on weekends, but during the week there's facilities that the members can use. Membership services office here, so if you want to book something or you have inquiries. The interesting thing with membership services is they are always busy trying to find people. So remember I said how long it takes to get a membership? So babies' names are put down when they're born, and of course if the parents aren't told or something and they move or change their contact details, the person works their way to the top to get their membership and they can't find it. So I always say here, if anyone's got their name down for membership, to make sure you keep your contact details up to date.
कति वर्ष भयो अरे मेम्बर पाउनुको लागि यहाँनिर
खै
यहाँनिर खोइ कति वर्ष लाग्छ अरे मेम्बरै पाउँदैन अरे उसको नातिहरूको हुन्छ नि नाम जन्मिने बित्तिकै लेखाइदियो भने अनि भयो अब हुन्छ नि नातिमा पनि नआउनु सक्छ टन क्या अब
है
मेम्बर सर्भिस द्याट्स हाउ द लेभल त्यो भन्नु खोज्दा अब त्यो भेटाउनेहरूले त अति हुन्छ होला नि हैन
हो नि
मेम्बरशिप
हो
नाति
सही हुन्छ
कम अन
The Melbourne Cricket Club, the second most important MCG in the world. We all know what's the most important MCG, don't we? Melbourne.
So any questions? We head back?
We're all clear. Thank you very much. Pleasure, bro. लगभग pretty much अब सक्यो अब हामी जहाँ मिटिङ पोइन्ट थियो त्यहीँ जाँदैछौँ होइन तर लास्ट बिजी रहेछ है धेरैवटा गाइडहरू जस्ट 10-15 मिनटमै आइरहने रहेछ टुर गराउने
अब हाम्रो म्युजियम छ जानुपर्ने अनि वी आर डन
लास्ट सही हो यो पनि
रमाइलो
हिस्ट्रीको पनि उयो भयो MCG shop
and it's sort of enjoy the rest of your time in Melbourne. There's a T20 here on Tuesday night. Is anyone going to the museum? Yep. So the museum's 2 parts to the museum. The sports museum is amazing, very interactive, lots to do. But if you're interested in the history, the Melbourne Cricket Club Museum is down there as well. There'll be people down there to help you. But if you're interested more about the history of the ground, then I recommend a look at the MCC Museum. But thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your time in Melbourne. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
थ्याङ्क यू
अब हामी कहाँ जाने
अब हामी म्युजियम जाने
है एमसिजी सप एउटा काहीँ लानै पर्ने हुन्छ नि एमसिजी सप जर्सीहरू छ यहाँनिर अस्ट्रेलियन जर्सीहरू होइन बाबा कति एउटाको चाहिँ प्राइस चेक गरिदिउँ न कति रहेछ यसको ए $25 $25 $25 रहेछ यो बेला जर्सीहरूको चाहिँ कति रहेछ $10 रहेछ जर्सीको यो भयो दामी दामी ए हामी यो सेन्ट जोर्ज एरियामै बस्छौँ सेन्ट जोर्ज फुडी क्लब ए माट यस्तै हो क्या जहाँनिर गए पनि त्यहीको सिग्नेचर एउटा चाहिँ हुन्छ अब यो चाहिँ अब सब जर्सीहरू पाउने ठाउँहरू रहेछ त्यो एमसिजी सपहरू इट्स वर्थ इट क्या इट्स भेरी भेरी वर्थ इट है वर्थ इट है ल थ्याङ्क यू डार्लिङ के किन्यो तिमीलाई
लिसाको लागि जम्पर अनि मेरो लागि जम्पर अनि तिनवटा बेस्ट होला
एउटा जस्ट जर्सी भन न दुईवटा हाफ एउटा फुल भनौँ न जर्सी दामी है एमसिजीको अन्जिली र लिसालाई गिफ्ट पनि भयो दामी दामी कपडाहरू पनि दामी होइन तर यहाँनिर आएपछि चाहिँ होइन मलाई उयो हुनु मन पर्यो खेलाडी हुनु मन पर्यो कस्तो दामी है पुरै यस्तो सामान यताउति छ भने खेलाडी को हुँदैन यार कस्तो हेर न कोट सोट लगाएर डिनर अरे लङ रुम अरे होइन कस्तो दामी क्या
त्यस्तै हुन्छ मान्छेको मनुष्यको मन चञ्चल हुन्छ त्यही जे दिएको त्यही मन पराउँछ होइन
होइन मलाई थाहै थिएन क्या त्यो उयसको पनि यस्तो हुन्छ भनेर हुन्छ नि त्यो खेलाडीहरूको पनि सानोमा बुढाबुढीलाई पनि यहाँ ल्यायो भने स्पोर्ट्सम्यानै भन्छु भन्छ त्यो उयोहरू क्रिकेट ब्याट रह्यो यो $29 रहेछ क्रिकेट अस्ट्रेलिया ब्याट है तर यो प्लास्टिकको हो ठिकै छ यहाँनिर सानो ब्याट भयो एमसिजी बल भयो लेट्स गो डन लेट्स गो होली मोली भयो होला we love being a part of this team and I think we are doing really Sam Curley भनेको यो वुमन्स क्याप्टेन फुटबल स्पोर्ट्स म्युजियम हामी सिरीमै अस्ट्रेलियन स्पोर्ट्स म्युजियमभित्र होइन we are in Australian Sport Museum यो लेफ्ट ह्यान्ड यहाँ साइडमा चाहिँ इन्ट्री हुँदैछौँ म्युजियम खतरा छ जस्तो छ यहाँ ल
Welcome again. to the
वेलकम
Australian
एगेन
Museum in
यो चाहिँ अस्ट्रेलियन म्युजियम चाहिँ ठ्याक्कै एमसिजीको टुर गरिसकेपछि फेरि हामी यहाँनिर गर्दा हुन्छ एन्ड चाहिँ उठ्नै सक्दैन मेरो बुढिया
Australian Sport Museum.
अस्ट्रेलियन स्पोर्ट म्युजियम अब यहाँनिर चाहिँ फुटबल क्रिकेट सबै अब जे स्पोर्ट्स छ त्यो त्यसको बारेमा होला
Okay.
वेलकम भनिरहेछ क्याङ्गारुले
Oh, my lovely kangaroo.
ओलम्पिक
Soft kangaroo.
गङ्गारो पञ्चमी म यो के गरेको
यो त खतरनाक छ त.
बबाल छ है यो चाहिँ एन ओलम्पिक स्टाइल अल अस्ट्रेलिया प्राउडली अस्ट्रेलियन पुरै म्युजियम क्या पुरै जति पनि स्पोर्ट्सहरू छ यसको एचिभमेन्ट्सहरू चाहिँ यहाँनिर म्युजियममा राखेको छ जस्तो लागिरहेछ मलाई गन पनि रहेछ पेरिसमा ओलम्पिक गन सोलिड गन म्युजियममा यो गनको त प्राइजै कति होला अनभ्यालु ओलम्पिक यसरी भेडाको बिचबाट कुदिरहेको ओलम्पिक कहाँ ओलम्पिक मेलबोर्न नोभेम्बर 1956 कहाँ भेडाहरू थियो हुन्छ नि ओलम्पिकको त्यो कुद्दाखेरि ओलम्पिकको ल हामीसँग गाइड हुनुहुन्छ अब यहाँ देखाइदिनुहुन्छ के छ त
यहाँनिर सबै न्युजहरू राख्नु भएको रहेछ जस्तो छ क्या कसले जितेको जुत्तादेखि लिएर होइन लुगा फाटा मेडल्स एभ्रिथिङ छ
है म्युजियममा
एकदम
त्यतिखेरको
त्यसको लागि
बुट्स 1988 को ओलम्पिकमा कुदेको बुट्स वा सियोल साउथ कोरियामा भएको
यस्तै छ यहाँनिर होइन
Which are the Olympian are you? कुन
I don't know. I'm not into the
गेम यहाँ पुरै उयो रहेछ हिस्ट्री 2014 Australian also
medals.
अरे के स्पोर्ट्सलाई कस्तो बढावा दिएको छ क्या हुन्छ नि स्पोर्ट्स म्युजियमदेखि लिएर हुन्छ नि स्पोर्ट्स भनेको देशलाई नै चिनाउने एउटा उयो हो क्या खासमा भन्ने भने त्यो पैसा आउने मात्रै उयो होइन नि होइन आफ्नो हुन्छ नि देशको उयो कस्तो महत्त्व छ यार त्योबाट इन्स्टेन्ट क्यास आउट नहोला तर हुन्छ नि देशको लागि चाहिँ एकदम गौरव त्यो एउटा प्राइभेट सेक्टरबाट चाहिँ आफूले गर्नु गाह्रो हुन्छ तर गभर्मेन्टले गर्दा चाहिँ धेरै सजिलो हुन्छ स्पोर्ट्स गभर्मेन्टको तर्फबाट चाहिँ हेल्प भयो भने खेलाडीलाई पनि धेरै उयो हुन्छ राम्ररी पनि खेल्छ कस्तो यहाँ छ बढावा होइन
हो नि
यहाँ स्क्रिनमा चाहिँ अस्ट्रेलियाले जितेको मोमेन्टहरू क्याप्चर गरेर देखाउँदैछ क्या सेन वार्नरहरूले अन्तिम बल गरेर हुन्छ नि विकेट डालेकोहरू त्यो सब मोमेन्ट क्याप्चर छ स्पोर्ट अस्ट्रेलिया हल अफ फेम These are the cups. John Bertrand. जर्सी अझै छ के भन्छ
हेर न यहाँनिर
स्पोर्ट्स म्यागजिन
हेर न
उडाइदिएको
ए सर्च
ए यहाँ यत्रो मध्येमा सर्च गरेर सेन वार्नर गरेर SANE
SANE. Sorry,
Space.
no reasons.
SHANE.
SHANE. When?
Same one. Same one. The cricket is go Victoria रहेछ मेन हैन 1969 को रहेछ inducted 2009 legend Sen one of cricket. He is legend. Anyway.
ल निभाइदिए ल
नेपालको को खोज्छ
नेपालको हुँदैन नि अस्ट्रेलियन मात्रै हो नि सबै
जहाँ पनि मुखमा नेपालै आइहाल्ने है मनभित्र नेपाल भएर पनि होला क्या मान्छे
होला
all good. Cricket. Stand यो पनि छ भाइ यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ बनाउन आएर होला ए यो यस्तो विकेट स्विङ आएर गर्दाखेरि यस्तो हुने रहेछ क्या क्रिकेटको रहेछ यो चाहिँ मेलबोर्न क्रिकेट क्लब म्युजियम वाउ है ओभरभ्यू स्टेडियमको अघि हामी यही घुमेर आएको यहाँभित्र लाइट्सहरू हेर है वेल अर्गनाइज रातिको लाइट्स हेर न बाहिरपट्टिबाट
अब म्युजियम भन्ने बित्तिकै सबै हिस्टोरिक चिजहरू त राख्ने हो होइन जुन उनीहरूले चाहिँ के भन्छ त्यसलाई एचिभ गरेको मेडल्सहरू एभ्रिथिङ अब यसो हेर्दाखेरि यो सबै उनीहरूले जितेर हिस्टोरिक बनाइसकेको चिजहरू त हो नाइस
Between the wars. World War II. Museum. Premier scene. Everything is stored, right? Everything.
Everything is memory.
Everything in there, man. बल स्ट्याम्पहरू हुन्छ नि ब्याट यहाँ प्याडहरू हेर न 1977 को हो क्या हो यार 17377 Wow. It's not until the last week it was. Wow. 1977 things. Michael Jackson. यहाँनिर आएको Dangerous. Michael Jackson पनि Dangerous भन्दै यहाँनिर Victoria football line. Everything is stored, medal, everything you call. Let's go. It's everything in there. Melbourne को यो जान्नु छ भने क्रिकेट क्लब म्युजियम
The different players and
क्यापहरूको स्टोर कलेक्सन तिमीलाई खासै क्रिकेटको बारेमा आउँदैन हैन त्यहाँनिर टच गरेर त कुन
Which
के
player
हो
do you want to touch one of the players to learn more अरे मलाई त यो राम्रो लाग्यो यो गर्छु ल
त्यो फिल्डिङ के रहेछ त्यो
के रहेछ यो Square
ए स्क्वायर लेग भन्दो रहेछ
If you are खोइ त गयो
फेरि ठाउँ छ
अब यो नाक लामो भएको
यो त
मान्छे
बलर होइन
ए हो
खोइ त
खोइ त
बलर
बलर
See the batter, your job is to try and get them out by bowling fast slow. यहाँ रहेछ
आयो यो के हो ड्रागन जस्तो छ त यो गरौँ ल
फिल्डर हो तर यो
हो कम अन
कभर रहेछ फिल्डिङ इन कभर वाच आउट फर दोस चान्सेस फर
ए अनि यसले चाहिँ समात्ने काम गर्छ
यो विकेट पछाडिको उयो स्लिप पकड्ने कन्सन्ट्रेट हार्ड इफ द ब्याटर इज जस्ट द बल यसले क्याच गरेन भने अब यो विकेट किपर हो होइन विकेट किपर यु हेभ गट टु ह्याभ गट्स टु स्ट्यान्ड बिहाइन्ड द बल्स हुन्छ नि क्याच यसले गर्नु
माइ गॉड डेन्जरस
दामी है
भेरी डेन्जरस गेम
हेर यो त्यत्तिकै हावामा खेल्नुभन्दा र अनि कोचले हुन्छ नि ट्रेनिङ सेन्टरमा गएर खेलेकोमा कति फरक हुन्छ होइन
एकदम
त्यो स्ट्राटेजी नै ठुलो हो क्या अन्तिममा हुन्छ नि माई गुडनेस
त्यही त आज राति कसले जित्यो अरे फुटबलमा
ए आज त ललितपुर फुटबल क्लबले एनएसएलमा जित्यो सुरुमा चाहिँ धनकडी फुटबल क्लबले पनि हानेको थियो गोल होइन ओलावाले अफिसले भेस्टेस खोलेर पहेँलो कार्ड पनि पाइदिइरहेको थियो भरे के गर्नु काम डाउन खेल्दै होइन उयो ललितपुर फुटबल क्लब जित्यो भरे त हाफ हुनुभन्दा अगाडि एकको बराबरमा बनायो अनि त्यहाँ पछाडि 2 गोल लगाइदियो हाफ पछाडि हाफबाट आउने बित्तिकै स्ट्राटेजी चेन्ज क्या सुरुमा पोइन्टमा हुन्छ नि गोल पोस्टमा लगेर एटम हानिहालेको थियो तर अब किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब त्यो ललितपुर फुटबल क्लबको चाहिँ कोचको त्यो गाइडेन्स हुन्छ नि अस्ट्रेलियन थियो क्या त्यही पनि अस्ट्रेलियन कोच हो यसले दामी त्यो गाइडेन्सको पनि कति जरुरी हुन्छ होइन
एकदम कोचको त ठुलो हात हुन्छ अनि स्लो एन्ड स्टेडी विन्स द
रेस भनेपछि त्यो नहात्तिकन हुन्छ नि सिचुएसन ह्यान्डल गरेर त्यत्रो टाइममा अझै हात्तिएको भए अझै खान्थ्यो होला भरे 1 को बदलामा 3 लगाइदियो
है
अल गुड
हामी यहाँबाट निचे जाउँ न त ल
निचे जाउँ न तल पनि रहेछ बिस्तारै अलिक भनेर दया माया देखाउनु हुँदैन होइन
दया चाहिँ नदेखाउ कि माया चाहिँ
माया होइन हिँड्नु सक्दैन कि भनेर तान्नु भएन भन्नु खोजेको
सायद म हिँड्न सकिहाल्छु नि हौ
चाहिँ अस्ट्रेलियन स्पोर्ट्स म्युजियम
यो अहिले त केही खासियत छैन
गुड
यति नै रहेछ हेर्नु पुरा
यति नै रहेछ हेर्नुपर्ने यति नै इनफ छ त होइन उड्नु हुँदैन ग्राउन्डको बारेमा जान्नु छ भने त्यो होला यो पनि अब 200 जर्सीहरूको कलेक्सनहरू रहेछ यो एएफएलको जस्तो छ एएफएल भित्र अघि क्रिकेटको यो एएफएलको होइन
के हो यसको नाम
रग्बी एएफएल अस्ट्रेलियन फुटिङ
I kept playing footy with the boys until I was told I had to stop.
कस्तो रियल 3Dको देखेर मान्छे नै बोल्दैछ जस्तो क्या
After that, we went from playing boys footy to playing against women who were anywhere
मान्छे
up
नै
to 30
बोल्दैछ
something,
जस्तो
which at 14
कस्तो
was
दामी
pretty
रुम
awesome.
बनाएर थिएटर रुम जस्तो
I was lucky that when the AFLW League first came in,
गेम अन यहाँ गेमहरू पनि घोडा कुदाएको छ यो साइकल कुदाएको गेम इन प्रोग्रेस
खेल्नु पर्ने के गर्नुपर्ने त्यहाँ जम्प
jump.
Ayo. Where?
यो चाहिँ बास्केटबल रहेछ हैन एक्चुअली एक्सपिरियन्स पनि गर्न मिल्ने ए त्यो त्यहाँ बलमा हाल्ने चाहिँ रहेछ क्या अनि पकाउनु पर्ने हामी त्यतैबाट ल यति नै रहेछ जस्तो लाग्यो सेट कङ्गारू गर्नु ठिकै भयो होइन वर्थिटै भयो नि त एमसिजी गरेर अनि यो मेलबोर्न क्रिकेट क्लबको हिस्ट्रीहरू पनि हेर्नु मिल्ने म्युजियम होइन त्यहीँ तलपट्टि अनि हामीले मैले त तिनवटा जर्सी किनेको छु मैले तिनवटा जर्सी किनेको छु अनि वर्थ इट यहाँको चाहिँ ओरिजिनल जर्सी हुन्छ नि एकदम त्यो प्रिन्टिङहरू पनि हामी एक्जिटै हुन्न त प्रिन्टिङहरू पनि दामी तिमीले पनि किन्यौ नि होइन जर्सी उयो जम्पर तर मेरो त पुरै जर्सी नै खालको दामी क्या ओरिजिनल सही हो त्यही पनि दामी बाहिर किन्नु पनि पाइँदैन क्या जर्सीहरू हुन्छ नि अनि अर्को पानी खाने भने यहाँ बोतल हाल्नु पर्ने रहेछ होइन यो बोतलै लिएन यसो यो पनि सुविधा रहेछ होइन यो टोइलेट सोइलेट गर्ने हुन्छ अघि हामी हो
अघि गरेको नि त
ल
पानीमा त्यसो पानी पिउनुपर्छ है
ल इट्स वर्थ इट है अब हामी अहिलेकै इन्ट्रीमा निस्क्यौँ अब हामी एक्जिट हुँदैछौँ
अब यहाँबाट हामी कहाँ जाने हो
यहाँबाट अब हामी रामेन है त ल अब त्यही हो वे आउट त्यही हो अब हामी फेरि अहिले कहाँबाट जान्छ ट्रेनबाट जान्छौँ अहिले हेरौँ अल गुड ब्याङ
Oh, nice.
we get confused as well, right?
Should have put something there.
Yes. Thank you.
No worries, thank you.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
good
Thank you.
night.
Happy New Year.
You
Yeah.
too.
Thank you.
6-9 एउटै देखिने क्या
That's right.
हामी चाहिँ एक्जिट भयौँ स्पोर्ट्स म्युजियम यता छ राइट ह्यान्ड साइडमा कस्तो घाम लागेको रहेछ है बाहिर त भित्र त्यो म्युजियम निस्कि बस्दा त अँध्यारो भइसकेको छ जस्तो लागेको थियो है म्युजियम दामी यो ब्यान्ड चाहिँ हामीलाई घरै लानु दिँदो रहेछ होइन मायाको चिनो होला
A for Australia, A for Amit, A
for Amit, A for अहिले नभन्नु होला होइन छोरीको नाम पनि एबाटै हो क्या अनि एबाट त अस्ट्रेलिया पनि हुन्छ त नि ल ब्याङ अब यहाँदेखि अब हामी जान्छौँ होइन चढेर
कति राम्रो त्यो उयसको काउन्टरको मान्छे पनि
सबै होइन
यिनीहरू बिहानदेखि आएर हेरेकै छ घुमेको छ भनेर
हो मजाले होइन फ्रेन्डली नै हुन्छ सबैजना आएर यहाँनिर कोही केही छैन क्या एकदम फ्रेन्डली के चाहिँ छ
हो नि
टोइलेट ल हामी चाहिँ म्युजियमदेखि निस्केर एमसिजीबाट जोली माउन्ट स्टेसनमा आएको छौँ होइन अनि अब यहाँदेखि हामी ट्रेन पक्रेर फ्लिन्डर स्ट्रिट जानेछौँ है त ट्रेन चाहिँ यस्तो छ है यहाँनिर यो स्टप 11 भयो होइन हामी स्टप 5 मा जाने हो स्टप 5 सेन्ट्रल फायर ट्राम्स टु सिटी रहेछ यो पनि ट्राम टु सिटी नै जाने रहेछ तर पुरा घुमाएर हामी चाहिँ यता जाने फ्लिन्डर्स यो चाहिँ हामी लाइट ट्रेल भन्छौँ यो ट्राम गुड होइन राम्रो होइन ट्याप गर्ने चाहिँ अघि गइसक्यो कि त्यही भित्र होला ट्याप गर्न
ट्याप गर्नु त्यही भित्र होला सायद
अब हामी सिटी जाँदैछौँ इजी अघि आउँदा ट्रेनमा आयौँ मेट्रोमा अहिले ट्राममा आउँदैछ यो त यारा ट्राम्स पो आयो
Really? Yeah, do you want to sit down here? No, sit down, by all means.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you sit together.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Thank you very much.
She's not pregnant.
You can support. Yeah, that's it.
That's a nice one.
You should be pregnant. You should be doing all the hard work.
Yeah, that's why I should be given credit anyway.
You're going to be sitting for a while. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Oh, you've got to tap off. Yes, that's it. This is from midnight.
Looks like.
When it's really cold.
Bye.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. They're very good, huh? तिमीलाई सिट दियो होइन त प्रेग्नेन्ट वुमेन हुँदाखेरि पनि मान्छेले परेकोबाट सिट दिने रहेछ तिमीले चाहिँ किन भनेको मलाई मेरो बुढालाई दिनु पर्दैन भने जस्तो प्रेग्नेन्ट छैन उसलाई उभ्याइराख भने जस्तो लास्ट स्टप no tram going further.
Roads are closed because of New Year's.
New Year's.
Oh, okay. Got it. You want to tap off?
You don't need to log in.
No?
All right.
When you come up, I'll talk to you.
Bye. Thank you.
Need any help?
We tried to do the fringe stop 5, but
Oh, yeah, it's just one block up.
just one more up in there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Happy New
Well,
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you. All are friendly, होइन? यो आज न्यु इयर इभ भएर चाहिँ नि हाम्रो डेस्टिनेसनसम्म नजाने रहेछ कुनै पनि फायर वर्क के होला होइन अब हामी चाहिँ फायर वर्क टिममै हेर्छौँ होला होइन कान्छी यो अब जाने कुरा हुँदैन सिडनीकै अब हार्बर ब्रिजमा खतरा फायर वर्क्स भनेको अब अब के हामी खाएर चाहिँ हामी लाग्छौँ हामी यतै लाग्छौँ दामी ल ओके नजाउँ हामी चाहिँ ल के अरे स्टप 5 उता नजाने रहेछ अल गुड
हामी चाहिँ होइन मेलबर्नको गल्ली गल्ली रामिन के अरे खोज्दै हिँडिरहेको छौँ
जाँदैछु अहिले पुरा न्यु इयर इभ भएर पुरै बिजी छ
बिजी नबिजी छ Oh, perfect. Thank you.
के अर्डर गरेको
मैले एकैछिन है त ल
याकी रामेन भोल्कानो सिरिज खतरा रहेछ यो मैले चाहिँ यो जापानिज बियर अर्डर गरेको छु किरिन एकदम प्राउडली के अरे जापानिज यो यस मेनुहरूमा यो चाहिँ रामेन खतरा छ हामीले खाएको जस्तो हुन्छ यो चाहिँ फ्राइड एकदम यो भल्केनो
मैले ड्रिङ्क फर्स्ट प्लिज भनेको छु है ओके
यो रेस्टुरेन्टको एम्बियन्ट पनि राम्रो क्या हुन्छ नि पुरै जापानिज स्टाइलको हुन्छ नि तर अहिलेसम्म जापानिज रेस्टुरेन्ट जाँदाखेरि त्यो एम्बियन्ट चाहिँ त्यही हुन्छ क्या जापानिजको होइन पुरै फाइदाहरू राम्रो माथिपट्टि पनि सेलिङहरू दामी सही छ भाइबिङै राम्रो राम्रो यो के अरे कोरियन जापानिजको चाहिँ उयो हुने क्या भाइबिङै बेग्लै के भन्नु
सो एउटा हामीले याकी रामेन एउटा भल्कानो रामेन अनि अर्को एउटा बियर केरिन मेगुमी बियर जोकी अनि लेमन लाइम बिटर ड्रिङ्क्स फर मी अनि मैले ड्रिङ्क्स फर्स्ट प्लेस भनेको छु सो आई होप विल हेभ ड्रिङ्क फर्स्ट एन्ड क्यान आई क्विकली गो एन्ड युज द बाथरुम मोमो I'll be back. I'll be back.
त्यो त नोटिफिकेसन पो खाइसक्नु लाग्यो छ है मोबाइल के अरे भल्केनो रामेन र
त्यति धेरै स्पाइसी छैन नि यो ठिक्क
भल्केनो रामेन फ्राइड मैले चाहिँ फ्राइडमा दामी छ अरे यो फ्राइड छ
तिम्रो गुड चोइस भएछ
बाबा
सब सफा भयो एकदम खानपिन भयो थ्याङ्क यू see you guys thank you